It was supposed to be the most beautiful night of my life. Our 10th wedding anniversary. My husband Ryan had planned a grand gala at a luxury hotel in the city. Everyone who mattered was there. His business partners, our friends, even the press. I wore a silver gown he had gifted me and walked beside him with pride. But that night changed everything. That night, I stopped being his loyal wife and became something else. As the evening went on, Ryan started drinking more than usual. I tried to calm him down, but he brushed me off. When it was time for his speech, he walked up to the stage and smiled at the crowd. Then he did something I never imagined he could. He turned the speech into a cruel joke. He mocked me in front of everyone. He laughed about how I spent his money, how I was useless without him, how I was just a pretty face. The crowd forced a laugh, but I could see the shock on their faces. I stood frozen, my cheeks burning, tears gathering in my eyes. When he finished, he bowed and kissed me on the cheek like nothing had happened. That night, as the guests danced and the lights sparkled, I walked out. I did not cry. I did not scream. I went home and began to plan. I had given Ryan 10 years of my life. I knew his every secret, his every weakness, and I was going to use all of it. Over the next few months, I played the perfect wife. I smiled when he came home. I supported him in front of everyone. He believed I had forgiven him. But behind that smile, I was collecting evidence. Ryan was not as loyal as he appeared. I found his messages to another woman. I traced the fake accounts he used to transfer money. Slowly, I built a file. A thick, perfect file that could destroy his reputation and career. Then came the moment I had been waiting for. Ryan was hosting another grand event. This time it was a business launch. All his investors and partners were there. I walked in looking calm, elegant, and kind. When it was time for his presentation, I stepped on stage beside him and said I had a surprise video to share in honor of my loving husband. He looked at me with pride, not knowing what was coming. The video began playing. Instead of his business highlights, it showed screenshots of his messages, recordings of his calls, proof of his secret deals. The room fell silent. People gasped. Ryan turned pale. I watched as everything he valued, his image, his pride, his empire crumbled before his eyes. When the video ended, I smiled at him the same way he had smiled at me on our anniversary night. I thanked everyone for coming and walked away. That was the last time I saw him. Now I live quietly. I rebuilt myself, stronger and wiser. People still talk about that night. They call it the perfect revenge. But for me, it was not revenge. It was justice.